A boy was sleeping peacefully during his work hours. Sleep on work hours is the best thing ever. He was sleeping when suddenly his friend came from behind and slapped his head. "What's wrong?" he spoke in a sleepy. "Get up, Jimin, before the boss comes and cuts your DCK," his friend said. "Egg, why do I even have to do a job?" Jimin said.
"Because you need to earn," Minju said. "Wow, I didn't know it. Thanks for telling me." Stupid Jimin said with such a dumb face. "Shut up and get your lazy ass up and do your work," Minju said. "Sometimes I feel like you're the boss, not that fat pumpkin pie," Jimin said. "Pumpkin pie? I also want it," his boss said from the behind. "AGH, why does he always come when I talk about food?" Jimin mumbled.
"We don't have a pumpkin pie, sir," Jimin said. "Then what were you guys talking about?" his boss said. "We were talking about the pumpkin pie Mingyu's mother made yesterday," Jimin said. "Bring me someday," his boss said, and went from there. Why this fat bee? 𝐻𝐻 always has to come when we talk about food, Jimin said. "People smell food, he hears food," Mingyu said.
"Leave him. Let's go to the cafeteria," Jimin said. "I'm also hungry." "Let's go," Minju said. They both got up and went from there.
He is Park Jimin. He was the only son of Parks. They died in a car accident. He used to live with his uncle and aunt. But as always, it's similar to every fiction. Uncle and aunt are abusive. That's why he bought a small flat by earning. He earns so much that he only gets to eat food, nothing else. He is 25 years old and he is single currently.
He studied till high school only because his uncle and aunt didn't let him after his parents' deaths. He doesn't have any siblings. He stays all alone on his own. He just has one friend, who is Minju.
Meanwhile, on the other side, you know Yoongi Hyung, you should get married now, someone said. "Shut up, Tae. I don't want to," Yoongi said. "You're getting old," Taeyoung said. "You want me to beat your ass?" Yoongi asked. "My cookie is enough for that," Taeyoung said. "Get lost from here. Go and have fun with your cookie," Yoongi said. He picked up a caution and threw it on Taeyoung. Taeyoung caught that and said, "Why you get mad?" Taeyoung said. "I don't like anyone. I'll marry when I'll like someone," Yoongi said. Fine, I'm going," Taeyoung said. He went from there to his cookie. He is Min Yoongi, a mafia king. He is 27 years old. His parents died when he was young. He has a brother whose name is Taeyoung. Taeyoung is 24 years old and he is married to Jeon Jungkook. Jeon Jungkook is their cousin. They had a love marriage. He is 26 years old and he is a CEO.
Was Jimin, AGH. "I'm so tired," Jimin said as he laid on his bed. "Nowadays, it's getting so hard to survive," Jimin said.
"I miss you, Mom and Dad," he said as a single tear slipped from his eye. Indeed, he is tired of struggling daily. He misses his parents so much. He wants to go to them. Time skips. At night, Jimin woke up feeling hungry. He went to the kitchen but got nothing to eat. After that, he went to the market to buy something. He was walking on a street. It was a dark, lonely street and no one was present there except Jimin. When suddenly a boy came from the opposite side and he bumped into Jimin. He had a coffee in his hand which fell on him. "AGH, are you mad? Can't you see that?" boy yelled. Jimin got up and looked at him and then spoke with scared eyes. "I'm sorry," Jimin said. "Someone's Pav. I got bumped into a boy and I yelled at him as my coffee fell on me. How dare he bump into the Min Yoongi Mafia King, but as soon as I looked at his face ... I got lost in his beauty, those beautiful scared eyes of him. His face was shining under moonlight, making him look hella adorable. He was like an angel on the earth. End of Yoongi's POV. It's okay, lovely, Yoongi said. Ho, what? Jimin said. Nothing, Yoongi said. I'm sorry, Jimin said sorry and ran away from there. Hey, stop, Yoongi said, but he was too late. Damn it, the first time I talked to a cute guy and he ran away like this, Yoongi said. But no worries, I'm a mafia. I'll kidnap him, Yoongi said as he smirked.
Time skips to the next day. Jimin was again walking on the street. It was a different one, but no people were around.
He was walking without any care when someone put a cloth on his nose. They made him faint and after that they took him into the Min's mansion. In Min's mansion, get ready for my marriage, my baby bro, Yoongi said. Huh, why so suddenly, Hyung? Yesterday you fought with me saying, I don't like anyone and now you're saying get ready for my marriage like WTF, Taehyung said. Baby bro, stop cursing and do the arrangements, Yoongi said. Who's the boy? Taehyung asked. Randomly liked someone on a street. I fell hard, Yoongi said.
What? You fell in love at first sight? Taehyung asked. Yes, Yoongi replied. What about him? Taehyung asked.
I have all of his information. Let me read. He is Park Jimin, only son of Park Soo. Died in an accident. He is 25 years old and he lives in a flat. Had an abusive uncle. But now we'll have a nice and hot husband, Yoongi said. It's so weird to see you in love, Taehyung said. Shut up, baby bro, Yoongi said. Fine, I'm going. My cookie must be missing me, Taehyung said. You came here 5 minutes ago and he's missing you already, Yoongi said. That's what true loves look like, Taehyung said. Get lost, Yoongi said. Going, Mr. Savage Cat, Taehyung said as he ran out. Egg, this little brother of mine, Yoongi said. Let's not ruin my mood. My love will be coming at any second, Yoongi said.
Time skips. Right now, Yoongi was sitting while Jimin was laying beside him. He's so beautiful, Yoongi said.
He was falling harder and harder for Jimin without even realizing it. After some time, Jimin woke up. He woke up just to find himself in a strange room. Where am I? Jimin asked with his eyes little opened. Jimin, you're safe here, Yoongi said, recognizing the voice. Jimin got up, being scared. Let me go. I'm sorry for bumping into you, Jimin said. Yoongi felt his heart getting broken. Hey, it's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you, Yoongi said. Let me go, Jimin said while shivering. Relax, Yoongi said. He somehow made Jimin calm and Jimin said. Why did you bring me here? Jimin asked. I'm Min Yoongi, a mafia king. Cut off. Before Yoongi could complete his sentence, Jimin said. I hate you, Jimin said. Huh? What? Yoongi said. I hate mafias. They're worst people alive, Jimin said. Why would you think like this? Yoongi asked. Because my father was killed by a mafia. He was the one who made my mom and dad get into an accident and I lost them for forever. I hate the mafias. They're heartless. They kill innocent people, Jimin said.
Not everyone is the same, Jimin, Yoongi said. I don't care. Let me go from here, Jimin said. But I love you, Yoongi said.
And I can never love a mafia, Jimin said. But you cannot go from here. Give me a chance at least, Yoongi said. Why should I? Jimin asked. Please, Yoongi said. Jimin got up and went to the balcony. In the balcony, Mafia Kong, he killed my parents, Jimin said. I hate mafias. I can't give him a chance. He won't let me go. I have to escape, Jimin said. He started to cry remembering his parents. Basically, his father had some contact with the mafia, but that was bad. He used to kill innocent people when Jimin's father got to know about it. He informed the police, but Kong always had some secret guards to look at those who knew about him. When he got to know about Mr. Park told the police, he made a plan and killed them. Time skips after 3 days. In these 3 days, Jimin tried his best to escape, but he couldn't. Yoongi had guards all around his home, that's why Jimin couldn't escape. One day, Jimin was sitting in the living room when Yoongi came there. He hugged Jimin and said,
How's my baby? Yoongi said. Fine, Jimin replied, not being interested. Yoongi is always sweet and protective towards Jimin. We are going out today, Yoongi said. Where? Jimin asked. To a restaurant. Go and get ready, Yoongi said.
Oh, okay, Jimin said. He got up and went to get ready. Time skips to the restaurant. Yoongi was sitting in a restaurant with Jimin. Yoongi said, Jimin hummed, can you please refill my drink? Yoongi asked. Sure, Jimin said. He got up and went to refill his glass. But suddenly a man came there and said, Oh, what a hottie, that man said. Stay away, Jimin said, but he held Jimin's waist. Leave me, Jimin said, while panicking.
Yoongi saw that and he got up and rushed to Jimin. He went to that man and punched him. How dare you to touch my husband, Yoongi said.
Jimin was hugging Yoongi, being all scared. Guards, take him to my basement, Yoongi yelled. Guards came and took him. Yoongi carried him in a bridal style and took him to the car. In the home, in their bedroom, Jimin was still hugging Yoongi. Shh, you're okay. Don't cry, Yoongi said. I was afraid, Jimin said. It's okay, Yoongi said. After some time he slept. Next day, Jimin was in a bad mood and he was sitting in the living room when Yoongi came and hugged him. As he was angry, he pushed Yoongi and said, Let me go. I'm tired of you, Jimin said. I already told you I hate you. Why can't you let me go, Jimin said. Yoongi felt heartbroken hearing this, but he smiled and said, You can go, guards, let him go, Yoongi said. He held Jimin's hand and took him to the door. You can go, Jimin, Yoongi said. Jimin felt a little heartbroken, but he didn't say anything. He went from there. In Jimin's flat, he came to his flat just to see someone else in the flat. He went to talk to the manager. It was my flat, Jimin said. You weren't here, so we sold it, manager said. But it was the only affordable flat I had. Where will I go, Jimin said. We don't care. Get out, manager said. Jimin angrily got up and went from there. He went to Mingyu's home just to know that these days he went out of the country as he got a job offer. Time skips after 2 days. In these 2 days, he stayed on roads being all hungry. Now Jimin was walking on the streets all alone. He was feeling heartbroken. He had nothing to eat nor any place to stay. He was also hurt. Whenever he was close his eyes, he see Yoongi's face, Yoongi's broken face.
What I did, Jimin said. I hurt him so bad, Jimin said. I need to go to him. I need to apologize, Jimin said. By the way, because of being continuously absent, his boss also fired him from his company. Jimin went to Yoongi's mansion. He was standing outside as guards weren't letting him go inside. Please let me go inside, Jimin said. Sir, we can't, one of the guards said.
What's happening here? Yoongi asked from the behind. Jimin looked behind and ran to him and hugged him. I'm sorry, why Yoongi, Jimin said while crying. Yoongi picked him up and took him inside.
In the room, Jimin was continuously saying sorry and he was crying so bad. Shh, calm down, love, Yoongi said.
I hurted you so bad, Jimin said. No, you didn't. It was your choice. I couldn't force you, Yoongi said. Please don't say this. I was fooled to hate you. I love you, Yoongi, Jimin said. What? Yoongi said, being shocked and happy at the same time. Yes, you fell first, but I fell harder. I love you, Yoongi, Jimin said. In these days, he realized how Yoongi took care of him and how he loved him. That's why he confessed to Yoongi. Yoongi pulled Jimin into a kiss, and Jimin also kissed him back gladly. After some time, he broke the kiss and said, I love you, Yoongi said. I love you more, and I'm sorry, Jimin said. Don't apologize. I'm so happy today, Yoongi said. Me also, Jimin said. By the way, I have a surprise for you, Yoongi said while smirking. What's that? Jimin asked. Let's go, Yoongi said. He held Jimin's hand and took him to the basement. In the basement, Jimin saw a man being tied on the chair whose face was almost burnt. It was looking like someone tortured him to his death. Who is he? Jimin asked. He's Kong, Yoongi replied. Mafia Kong, Jimin asked.
Yes, and I want you to take your parents' revenge, Yoongi said. Jimin went close to King. Why you did that to my parents? Jimin asked.
Who are you? Kong asked while shivering. I'm Park Jimin, son of Parks, whom you killed, Jimin said. They deserve it, Kong said.
So did you, Jimin said. Jimin opened his palm and Yoongi gave him a gun. Say goodbye to the world, King, Jimin said.
Please don't kill me, Kong begged for his life, but Jimin shooted him 10 times on different places. Let's go from here, Yoongi said. Jimin kissed him and said, I'm so lucky to have you, Jimin said. Me too, Yoongi said. After that, they got married and started to live happily. The end.